Vi, one of the main characters of Riot Games' new animated series Arcane this week. Her play rate has been skyrocketing, and the man himself has succumbed to this. Faker in the mid lane, pumping back on Vi mid. I couldn't recommend this series enough, by the way. It is just a jaw dropper. But today, we're going to breaking down Faker's Vi mid, guys. I'm pretty sure he played this right after he watched Arcane. Without further ado, let's jump straight onto the riff and break it down. Onto the riff now, and coincidentally, I mean, it's not coincidentally, is it? Riot Games have buffed Vi this patch, guys, making her stronger in the meta. Faker and Chovy were experimenting with Vi mid before Worlds in the prep, if you guys remember that. And she has been buffed this patch. She got a small hotfix, but she's still definitely better than before. And her win rate, her play rate, everything going up. And the new Arcane series is definitely going to be helping out for that. Rune page, guys, you're going for this lethal tempo, looking to get as many auto attacks as you can. Vi has some of the best health regen in the game, in the early game. So don't be afraid to take a lot of poke. You should be heavily trading with this Doran shield. And all you want to be doing is hitting these mages, making them use all of their mana, their resources, and then you just sustain it back. Use your big, heavy base numbers. Use that teleport to get back in a lane. It's a no-brainer. It's actually a very strong pick. It should not be underrated. Like, it's not a cheese pick. It's actually very playable, guys. And you can see Faker here. Into this Twisted Fate. Twisted Fate running the Predator. We all know how broken Predator is at the moment. Such a disgusting rune. I think it needs to be notched back a little bit. That Veigar strategy been netting me so much LP in solo queue this week. I feel dirty. You can see Faker only dropped 1 minion, and it's always good, dude. He's knocked out of Worlds. He's instantly into quarantine, and he's just spamming League of Legends. Like, I don't know, as a pro player, after doing, what, 2 months of, like, Worlds and Worlds prep, playing 2 scrim blocks a day plus to get, like, actual games, you would think you'd be burnt out. You'd be like, the last thing you want to do is play League of Legends, but Faker is just built differently. He's in there, putting games in. I mean, obviously he's in quarantine, so not much to do as he picks up the kill onto the Hecarim. Lee Sin. I think we're fine. We can just kite this out. Hits that Predator. You just don't have enough damage. We hit level 3, and look at Faker just charge. He just charges back in. He don't give a fuck. Moves back in. Beautiful Q smite by the Lee. And there you go. Nice little start here for Faker in the mid lane. And it's going to be super interesting to see. Are we going to see, like, the one thing for Arcane, and by the way, I'm not going to do any spoilers, because I know some people have, like, actual real jobs, not like me, and, you know, they can't take the weekend to binge it or watch it. So, in general, it's very good, but I'm wondering if we're going to get, like, the normie Netflix viewers coming into League of Legends, or are they going to play TFT or anything? League of Legends, it's a high entry game, right? It's a very difficult game to play. Some rookie 12-year-old that comes in and tries and play, they're not going to have a good time. They're going to get hard smurfed on by a bunch of adults probably playing the game for 10 years and going to get hard flamed. So I'm not sure how the adoption's going to go. We pick up our Lucidity Boots, by the way. We still have teleport. TF has flash. We Q flash over the wall. And we pick up that kill onto the Twisted Fate. He is not having a good start. And I'm wondering, yeah, I'm really hoping. I don't think he was very big. He doesn't seem to have that big of a release here in Australia, but I guess League and esports isn't very big here. And I don't think it was that big in US. I think it was much bigger in, like, European countries. So, I mean, we'll see. Anything for League of Legends. It gets me more excited for the League MMO than anything. I like them building a lot of these scenes, these worlds that we can explore later on. You could reach. Wait for the next. No. I mean, that is pure greed by Hecarim. Hits the Ghost. Juking. Yeah, actually, he's probably going to live here, right? Greedy bastard. 0-3 in the jungle already. And you'll just see Faker play around the jungle from here. Guys, you need to be working 2v2 with your jungler. Don't avoid your jungler. You two need to be working hand in hand, like how the bot, like the AD carrying the support work in the early game. That's you and your jungler, okay? That's how you should be thinking about it. It's not a one-man show. You have to be working towards their side, working towards their jungle entrances and stuff like this. I know it sucks because you're pairing up with bloody randoms, but if you want high win rates, work towards your jungler. It's a no-brainer. I'm not sure if I've had a chat to you guys. Did I have a chat to you after the Worlds Finals? Dude, I don't know if they've released what skins are coming out yet. I'm praying it's a Zoe skin. I really hope it's a Zoe skin, but I have a feeling it's going to be something boring like Rise. I hope not. For the mid lane. As we roam down. Twisted Fate's still not 6. He's not going to be able to answer back, and this Lee Sin is just putting on a clinic. 5-0. Go back into the mid lane. And you're going for a Bruiser set. You're going for like a Bruiser setup on this Vi. Twisted Fate ports in. Finds the Nautilus. He'll drop him. You're going for a Bruiser setup, guys. It's usually just like a Bruiser Mythic into Sterax. You go very beefy. You want to be a nice frontline engage tool. And usually, you want to pick these champions like Vi when you don't have much engage. This team comp does have quite a bit of engage. It has Kennen, it has Nautilus. But if you had a team comp that had Jace and had Graves as top jung, Vi would be perfect if you need some type of bruiser. And especially if you had like an AP bot laner. Like, I mean, they probably don't pick like many AP bot laners and low elos, but things like Ziggs. Just a perfect team comp. That mid lane engage bruiser frontline that you need if you need tank and a hard CC. Faker moves in, he hits that teleport, gets the Sheen. Divine Sunder, I believe we're going to be going for. He used to do, I think they were doing Gore Drinker, right? Covey and Faker were doing Gore Drinker pre-worlds, but Faker wants to go for more damage, more upfront. First. Wait for it. We're level 6, by the way. He drops tower aggro, and I wouldn't be surprised if he looks to try and pummel this ultimate into somebody in a second. Oh no, just run. Sweeps. Oh, someone please save her. I think he tried to hit that ultimate, but just a little bit too late. Pony picks it up. Coming back into lane now. Look at the map. I love like the map changes they do for these type of events. This makes it feel a little bit fresh. I still think that we're missing out on having the Christmas map skin, the winter skin. Like, that was such a vibe, man. You guys remember back when you were kids? Christmas morning, you'd wake up, play some League of Legends, winter map. Nice little hot drink. To be honest, I don't remember that. As Australia is hot as balls over here. I'd get like a cold Milo or something as Faker picks up a solo onto Hecarim. Hecarim no flash, nowhere to go. Faker wrapping around, doesn't have the ultimate, but wants to get behind the Twisted Fate. CC's Lee Sin, not able to make anything work. That's, yeah, I'd be embarrassed as well, buddy. We'll move in, we'll grab some plates up for ourselves. And it's actually such an easy, like, it's such a basic pick. I love these easy to play, really easy to adopt champions like the Vi, as opposed to doing videos on Kiana, on Yasuo. Like, dude, the difference in the skill ceiling, like, it's a couple of, oh, we get the assist as well. It's literally a couple of games, guys. It's nothing crazy to get the hang of these type of champions. But once you're playing the Kiana, the Yasuo, it's like 100+ games before I even expect you have a positive win rate. No offense. Tag Twisted Fate. Number one rule for Twisted Fate is the counter to him is shoving and... Oh my god, Faker is aggressive. The number one rule is to shove and track him. You don't really need to kill him or follow his roams. Just shove the lanes so that he can't roam. And if he does, he's going to lose the entire tower. Play champions like... I like to play champions like Victor, things with very heavy wave clear. Post 6, he's never going to be able to do anything because you're just pushing him under tower. Obviously Victor in the meta, not the greatest. But anything with that regards, or something like a Silas where you steal that ultimate away. As we head back, 10-minute mythic! Come on! No Sundra today. No teleport, still have the flash. I mean, we got a 6k gold lead, we're cruising. Twisted Fate has the Seeker's Arm Guard. This is way down to the bot side. Maybe another kill into the Nautilus. That's the thing about Twisted Fate. You can't drop the ball when you got leads against TF. You can really negate, come back, focus on what bounties are on your team. In order for them to win the game, they're going to have to eat the Lee Sin bounty. That's the only way you got to do it and put it onto the Caitlyn. Also, one thing that has been irking me is these minions. Why do they have a purple animation on them? It looks like they have Baron buff and it just pisses me off a little bit. As Hecarim gets the kill onto the cannon. Caitlyn kills the Jhin. Gold lead closing. Faker. He eats all the plates mid lane. We actually should be fine. He's going to check for the Wraiths. No, he's going to go for the topside roam. Zac Hecarim might be a bit of a hard topsided gank. Yeah. And on Vi, your game plan shouldn't be late game. It should be early game domination. Level 6, get a sweeper, flank team fights, and just look for the carries like the Caitlyn. It's as simple as that. Every single dragon, try and wrap behind, get a unique angle on the flanks. That's the way you win games. That's where I separate like mid-tier players from the best players, is the angles they're flanking from. You need to find unique angles where the enemy is just not expecting it. Boom. You grab the Caitlyn's skull and you crush her into the ground. In-game. Friendly. But kill her. Faker's TP is up in 2-1 up now. You can see he's trying to hover around. Keep track of this Twisted Fate. Finds the ward. Remember, Hecarim has no flash, so if we're able to find him with the ult, it could be a free kill. Oh my god, that is nice, that wave clear. That Q-max. And here we go, bot lane instantly with teleporting. We come in. Q ramps up. Q. Wait for it, gets it. Hits the ultimate onto the Hecarim. Drops the tower aggro, and we're gonna live and get the bot lane. This is how you play it, guys. Run the teleport. Reactively. Hit that ultimate. It's free as, like, it's such a good pick. I can't emphasize that I'm not memeing. Like, I'm not doing this just because of Arcane. Like, I genuinely think that Vi mid is playable. Divine Sundra completed. Now making our way towards the Sterax. And this is where you turn the tempo up a little bit. Man. I just love like League lore after watching Arcane, man. It's so nice. So nice. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a great couple of years with this. Honestly, giving me something to look forward to in life. Thank you, Riot Games. Cause depression by playing the game, and they solve it by creating an animated series, and then it stops, and then then I'm not sure. I'm not sure what they're doing with my life, but anyways, that's in their control. God, what is the cooldown on this Q? What the fuck? Ultimate up in 4, 3, 2. Twisted Fate makes his way up into the top lane. I don't think Faker's going to fool around with roaming. He can shove this mid lane and get the tower as well. Jonathan picks up the Kate. Oh my day. Come on, man. Korean Vi sounds are so shit, I swear. Anyways, there we go. We get the mid lane tower finally, and we're going to wrap around 3 into the top lane. We have ultimate. Just Q over the wall. Q over. Hits that ultimate straight up onto the Zac. Get the Zac. Now make our way onto the Twisted Fate. And Cannon just finishes him off. Poor guy. Beautiful tempo here by blue side. It's a free dub. And I think we've got less than a week left of the season, yeah? It will usually be, this is what normally happens. So it's going to be season end. Then we're going to have to wait, I believe, usually like 2 weeks until we get the official preseason patch. So it's going to be like a lot, like just a bunch of nothing for 2 weeks. Then we get the preseason patch. Then preseason probably going to last till January like 15 or something like that. And then we should get new season, season 12. And don't for a second think that your rank in preseason doesn't matter. I see too many people tank their accounts in preseason, and it ruins their season. It's going to ruin your season 12 climb if you just grief. Oh my days, that tankiness. Triumph coming in clutch. You want, if you can, to try your absolute hardest in the preseason to get as high MMR as possible, because it's going to help your placements next season. Trust me. If you got things to do on the off season, it's number 1, level up a new Smurf. Number 2, get your main account, play as many games of your best champions as people are testing things out. Abuse. Preseason's always the time where you can abuse things, because Riot Games puts a bunch of changes out, like these new dragons. And there's always methods where you can just, someone's gonna be like, oh, look at this sweaty bastard trying his hardest on his best champion in preseason. But hey, guess what, buddy? That's what you do to get high rank. That's how, I mean, I did that every season when I was starting my first climbs. I think that honestly helped me a lot. As Faker is going to have to try and pull off a 1v4 here. It's going to be impossible. Hits the ultimate, and he gets crunched by the Caitlyn. Team's up 9k gold, though. Shouldn't be too much of a concern. Build path coming along nicely. Almost to the Sterax. I'm kind of sad for Twisted Fate's build. Look at that. Doesn't have a mythic at 18 minutes in. I don't think there's anything wrong with the build. He's probably trying to get his fastest way to his hourglass, but... just stack these Q up in the wave. Look how his wave... like, the wave clear is so nice. These Qs are one-shotting the backlines. This Caitlyn is doing her damnedest to try and make a comeback here. 6 and 6. Go. Get this out up. And one of the best strategies when you're doing this, guys, do you see how the least, like, even if the game is very even with Vi, when you're playing something like Vi, you get your jungler to hover. You sit in the side lane and you try and bait people in. You try and bait 2 to 3 people in, and then you pop this ultimate. Your jungler wraps behind as a counter gank. Easy pickings. That should be a really good strategy to have in your repertoire. Essentially playing towards the jungler. You fake that you're playing weak side and you have no backup. You bait it, then you re-engage. It's pretty simple. Is Lee Sin maybe a little bit too deep, guys? I don't think Faker wants to be a part of this. Just gonna have to let the Lee Sin die. Goodbye, my friend. And we should have our Sterax completed now. Caitlyn items are starting to look pretty juicy, and so are Hecarim's. I still think that blue side's comp is very straightforward. The gold lead shouldn't be too hard to capitalize with. Got TP. No need to waste it, though. We start making our way towards becoming the beefiest member on the squad. You don't need, from these 2 items, guys, you really don't need damage from here. I mean, you can go damage if you wanted. You could go super aggressive. But things like the Gargoyle Stone Plate, you could go things for, like, you go Death Dance, you could go, honestly, you go GA and just hard engage over and over. Like, just become the beef monster that Vi's supposed to be. Tanky Bruiser with hard engage. Your base numbers are perfect. Is it Fate? Remember, we have Teleport, and Faker uses it. Faker is one of the best map readers in the game. If you've ever watched his perspective on these streams, you will have an aneurysm. He knows what's happening at every stage of the game as he picks up the Twisted Fate. Gets the assist onto the Caitlyn, and there should be a Baron rush straight after, right? Faker puts a little bit of taunt in. Look at him. I like to see him having a bit of fun, right? Wait a second. And I'm wondering how popular Arcane was in Korea. Because I'm hearing in China it wasn't that... Apparently, like, the dubs, I need some Reddit thread where, once again, it's Reddit. Who the hell knows? But number one, maybe someone was saying it's culturally, different. The storyline is not as supported by Chinese culture. But also, the dubbing, like, the different languages, it's hard to translate. Doesn't have the same vibe when you're listening into it. Because I thought the English voice actors were absolutely phenomenal. Honestly. As Jin picks up a double, we got 50k gold to 38. We're looking pretty. Move away onto the Nash. We really don't do Nash too fast with this team comp. It's gonna be a mission. No Lux. You're not gonna steal it, honey. If this luck steals this, I'll do a backflip. I'll do a backflip on this YouTube video. I can't do a backflip. I actually almost just died. Head back into the base now. Looking like to be a GA purchase. No TP up. Level 14. This should be an end with... If they don't end with this Baron, I mean, it's pathetic. Absolutely pathetic, Vi. Violet. I'm wondering if Vi... Do you guys think that Vi could use like an updated... Like a visual update? Do you think its kit is outdated? I think she could be a little bit smoother as Twisted Fate gives up on his life. I think she could be a little bit smoother, right? Like a little bit more dramatic and animated. Closer to the series. I reckon they'll do it eventually, maybe. As we're on a side lane mission here. Just hard shove down the lane. You don't have teleport, so you just... It's obvious what his plan is. Careful. Might look for the re-engage. Duke's out in the Lux Q. Just playing with them. That's June. I actually want to see him go for it now. He could Q flash. Is he gonna go? No, like this is such a bait. Yeah, here we go. Good TP coming in for the cannon. It's the ultimate on the Twisted Fate. This is why the Twisted Fate went the Zhonya's first. Faker flashes away from the Caitlyn. Dude, she is packing a punch. Unintended, but Faker's team is just running it down mid. No! 7, 3, and 10. They have the Nash. They should be able to end this one out. There we go. Good kick by the Lee Sin. And that's going to end it for today's review, guys. Vi mid. Not as bad as you think. Make sure to go and watch Arcane. I couldn't recommend it enough. It's on Netflix in whatever country you're at. Get back in the comments below if you've watched Arcane, what your favorite bit about it. I mean, I don't want to give spoilers away, but man, go and give it a watch. Thank you for watching today, guys, and I'll catch us on my next video. Peace.